Hello everybody. Right, this is something I've wanted to do for a while. I grew up without a dad, so a lot of the things that I am now learning as a dad of nearly 4 years are things that I've picked up along the way that I've never been shown, so it's stuff that I've had to learn by, I guess, trial and error. And I'm no means like some amazing super dad. I'm just your average dad who makes mistakes and thinks of ways to make the mistakes better, easier. So I'm hoping I can help do that for any other dads that are in the same similar position that I am. So the first one I'm going to do is all around going away with the family. How to make things a little bit easier for yourself, for the family, for the journey, how to make things a little bit more enjoyable. So number one will be plan the route out, but I don't mean plan the route out, I don't mean which A road you're going to take. What I mean is plan the route out, how you're going to get there. Most parents that have kids will know that it takes a while to get anywhere. Like the other day, we drove from where we live to Devon. Should have been a 3-hour journey, or three and a half hour journey at most. Both there and back turned into a 6.5 hour journey, and that was without traffic. So that's just you stopping in your service stations and pulling over for the toilet to have a toilet, and so on and so forth. So yeah, the first one would be for the journeys, for the travelling journeys, plan the route out, pick a service station you want to stop at, adhere to that if you can. Obviously, the children decide when you want to stop, because you know you don't want them wetting their pants in the car because then they're in an uncomfortable seat for the next X amount of hours. So pick the service station that you want to stop at and try and adhere to that. Obviously that doesn't always work, so try and adhere to it the best you can. The second one that goes along with that point is buy a carry potty, or a disposable potty, a potty that you can, a mobile potty basically. They're an absolute lifesaver. Keep it in the car, keep a few cleaning wipes, a little bit of cleaning product or whatever next to it, so it doesn't smell and doesn't leave stains or whatever all over it. So yeah, those are the first two for the travelling journey. So yeah, my second point that kind of goes along with the journey inside of the family holidays, how to make things easier, is because most of the time as a dad you end up becoming the donkey, the Sherpa, the person who carries everything, the pushchair pusher, the toy carrier, the potty carrier, all of the above. So what I bought this holiday, which is the first time I bought one, is a festival trolley. For those of you who don't know what one of those is, I'll put a picture on the screen so you can show you. I may even put a link to the one I bought because it was a really good one. Wasn't expensive either, it was fairly cheap. I say cheap, for how much it helped it was cheap. It was like £70. So yeah, which it obviously isn't cheap, but for the effort that it took away from having to carry things from the car to the beach and then packing things away, it was well worth the money. We had 2 chairs, a beach tent, bag of food, all the fishing stuff, all the toys, bag of toys, the carry potty, a big bag of food, everything basically. And my toddler sat on it as I was pushing it, so she didn't have to walk whilst the missus pushed the pushchair. So yeah, festival trolley, I would get that. Kind of linking to that. So linking to that, because the main reason why we used it for was beach days, but we will be using it for like picnic days and stuff like that. Linking to that was get things like utility things. I call them utility things. So I brought like a little brush. It wasn't a hard wire brush, but it was hard bristles. So I guess like a basking brush. Just a hand one. And then on the outside of the tent, if you have a tent, I would also advise buying a beach tent. Most of you who have kids have probably already got one anyway to cover them from the sun. On the outside of the tent, get a picnic blanket, put that at the entrance of the tent. When your toddler or whoever wants to come back into the tent, make them brush off on the outside blanket, and then with your little brush, use the brush to wipe all the sand off. So that way you don't get sand in the tent. The reason I was doing it is because we have a toddler and a newborn, and the newborn, like all newborns, I say newborn, she's 7 months now, she likes to put things in her mouth, so she was trying to pick up the sand and eat it. So I went and brought a brush to brush all the sand off to keep it clean, a nice clean area. Along with that, the journey, I also bought some bungees. When I was carrying the festival trolley, the bungees were used to tie things down so they wouldn't fall off the sides. So essentially you could load more onto it. Most of you, or any of you who've loaded up skips before, you know the old trick where you put things down the sides so you can make the skip bigger. I mean, it's been a while since I've loaded a skip, so it's probably illegal these days. Probably can't do that. But yeah, when I was younger and I used to work landscaping and stuff, we used to load up the sides and we used to basically fill it more. So yeah, so bungees over the top, strap things down so they don't fall off. Sit the toddler on top. She enjoys the journey, the drive, the train, or whatever you want to, whatever mobile vehicle you want to call it at the time. And yeah, so that was the next one. The third one, to go along with that, bring a bucket, get some seawater. Before they want to get back into the tent, get them to wash their hands off, get them to wash the feet off. Takes most of the sand off. So that's another one. Next one, whether you use talc, a lot of people are against talc because apparently it causes a lot of illnesses. Talc, bring talc, rub the talc on the sand before they get into the tent, and the sand will actually just rub off, so you won't have to have any annoying scratches, you know, causing the kids' skin problems and all that stuff. Bit of talc, wipe the sand off, the sand comes straight off. Obviously necessities like drinks and stuff, but you know, that's probably standard stuff. Another one that kind of goes on with the utility stuff or carrying stuff or stuff like that is carabiners. Most dads will have carabiners lying around anyway, because what lads do, that, you know, lads that are quite active in outdoors and stuff, we just have carabiners lying all around. So get yourself a load of carabiners, get yourself some heavy duty ones, get yourself some non-heavy duty ones, I guess you want to call them. And that way you can just strap things onto you like a toy for the newborn, or you know, use them to strap the bungees over the trolley. Use them to hang if you buy a carry potty, you can hang it off a carry potty off the trolley. Yeah, just have a plethora of carabiners because they always come in handy. So yeah, that's another one that I found really useful for the trip away with the fam. So yeah, I think that covers everything I want to talk about. I could talk about budgeting for the holiday and stuff like that, but I'm not very good at budgeting. So there's no point me talking about that stuff. I guess, yeah, maybe like, you know, we eat out a lot, and oftentimes when you're eating out in England, Wales, Scotland, wherever, the only really food you can get for kids is pub food, and most of the time it's crap. You obviously do find the occasional gem which does really nice food, has the perfect menu for your kid because your kid only eats certain things and all that stuff. But yeah, if you can, where you can, take food out, take sandwiches, take stuff that you know you like, stuff that you know you're going to eat, stuff that you know the kids are going to eat, stuff that isn't going to cost you 60, 70, 80 pound, and you're not even going to like it in the end because it was just dry pub food. So yeah, I guess for budgeting, where you can, take food with you, which is, most of your parents are going to know that anyway. You know, it's parenting 101. Save the dollars, take food with you, make sandwiches, obviously always take drinks. So yeah, that's kind of all I wanted to touch on with the budgeting side of things. I don't believe in holding back for days out. I'd rather spend the money, have the amazing memory, and then worry about the, you know, circumstances after. To a certain point, obviously, to a certain extent. So yeah, that kind of everything I want to touch on. I'm going to try and make this into a series, try and make some other things that, you know, have helped me be a better dad as I'm growing as a parent. Right now I'm doing some dad duties, as you can see all the shite and the rubbish in the back. I'm at the tip. I'm not sure whether that's just an English thing, an English, you know, taking rubbish to the tip. I don't know if that happens around the world. So yeah, that's my dad duty for today. I may stop off, get myself a nice Mackey's breakfast, which is obviously also something that we shouldn't do, because we shouldn't just waste our money on really poor, bad food choices. So yeah, this may be a crap video. It was one that just spurred off the top of my head. If you like it, let me know. If you didn't like it, also let me know. I guess all feedback's good feedback. And yeah, hopefully I'll catch you on the next one, and see what else I can think up to try and help fellow lad dads like me. Have a good one. Catch you all later. Bye bye.